Hello, hello. How's everybody? Today we're making a string bean salad. Have you ever noticed that during the holidays, especially Thanksgiving and Christmas, that when you're cooking, it seems that every single dish requires the oven? So you're always kind of like running around trying to coordinate everything between oven and more oven. So I figured maybe show you a dish where you can actually beat or kill two birds with one stone for Thanksgiving or with Christmas with a ham as a side dish. Instead of making like a string bean casserole, we are making a string bean salad. So that fulfills the salad requirement as well as the string bean requirement. So that's very popular in Switzerland. We eat this especially in the summer a lot, but so I'm using, frozen string beans because it's easier and that's what I have at the moment, but you could also use fresh ones. Process stays exactly the same. You could use even cans, then you don't even have to cook it, but we're leaving that off. I'm just showing you how to make the salad with the dressing. First off, I'm using again the steamer, but you could actually cook it in regular water. Bring it to a boil and put the beans in. In this case, I'm filling it just at the bottom. It has like a double. Let's see. Still waiting. There we go. So I guess I can show you real quick. It's just, water at the bottom, and this is like the steamer insert. We're moving this over here. Yeah, I'm using 2 bags. You could just do 1 bag. I mean, if you're just one person or a couple of people or, not too many people, but, it's a great leftover too. And so we're putting this in here. 1 bag. And we're cutting open the second bag. And it is going to be quite a lot. I just realized. I guess it looked less than, but that's all right. There we go. And we're putting this on the stove. So we cover this up. We have the beans on the stove with the lid. And we're turning it approximately, first we turn it on and then what is this here? Full steam. About half an hour. Yeah, I'm going to set the alarm. Alrighty, so I have all the candidates lined up that want to go into the salad dressing, or potential candidates. So I am going to use, now where did I put the aromat? I am going to use aromat, which is the traditional Swiss way. But you could also use, let's say, regular salt. Or you could use Old Bay seasoning. Or you could even use adobo. Anything you like, you can use. In my case, I'm using aromat. And you just kind of throw it in. Maybe, what is this? Half a teaspoon. Salt. Probably I put too much, I can already tell. But we are making a lot of salad, so the more the better. I'm grinding some pepper in here. You can just use the regular pre-made, the one from that's already. You don't have to be fancy schmancy and use a pepper grinder and work up a sweat. Another thing we are going to put in is I'm going to use fresh garlic, and I'm going to do the with the garlic press. So I'm going to peel them real quick. Maybe I'll take a break, so I guess I could just go with the flow and then I can cut it out later if it takes too long. Alrighty, and I use about 2 cloves, but again, remember we are making a large portion, so if you just use it for a couple of people. Also, the other thing I meant to tell you is when you're cooking the beans, don't be afraid to overcook them. The more to cook, the better. It's not, you don't want the beans to be like Chinese style, food style, where it's like a little bit crunchy. No, that's not good. You want it completely cooked. All right, so I'm throwing this in here with the garlic press. Cutting this off. Now, I hate waste, so what I usually do, I scrape this part out as well. It's just garlic that didn't go through. All right, already smells really nice and garlicky. Next, we use sour cream. You could just use cream, regular cream. But I have this little bit of sour cream left that I really want to empty out and finally use it up. So that's what I'll do. I guess about a tablespoon or so. Now to make it nice and liquidy, and I don't have any cream, but I do have half and half, so I just use the half and half. This is how I cook. I just use what I have. I'm not going to make an extra run. And also, I'm, just, if you don't have an ingredient, it's no big deal. Move on. Life's too short. Work with what you have. So we're mixing this up. And, of course, now we need vinegar. And I give it about 3 tablespoons. I'm using apple cider vinegar. Oh, that's about 3. Yeah, came out too much. But again, it is what it is. It will all work out in the end. And I guess use it with a whisk. We're trying to make it as liquidy as possible. Get the lumps out from the sour cream. Is there any ingredient we forgot to put in? You can, a little bit of oil maybe, but you don't really need much. Because, you're using the sour cream, which has already enough fat. Maybe I'll put a little bit more pepper. And we still have about, see, this is very quick. So I don't understand when people only buy the pre-made, prefabricated salad dressings. It takes like literally less than like 3 minutes to make a salad dressing. As long as, of course, you have the ingredients. And we do buy sometimes the pre-made kind, but after a while, it just gets boring. It's like, I don't even want to eat the salad anymore. But homemade salad dressing just never gets boring. Okay, so this is about the consistency we want. And then we'll come back when the beans are cooked. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention. If onion is too strong for you, you can always, the garlic, actual garlic, you can always use garlic powder. It's not as strong, but it still does the trick. And what you see in the background, by the way, these are my fixings or my, part of for a sweet potato casserole. But that's another story. The alarm just went off with our string beans. We turn off the oven and the alarm. And let's see. A lot of steam comes up, and yes, they are cooked. So what we can do, we just let it sit here a little bit longer. It will continue to cook in the steam. So we'll let it sit, and then we'll see the rest. In the final, last but not least step, we are grabbing our beans. And they have, again, cooked down quite considerably. And we're just throwing them in. And you want them to be warm when you're putting them in or mixing them in with the dressing. We're tossing the salad because obviously you're not going to eat it warm, but it's going to marinate very nicely with the garlic and the dressing. And by the time it's ready to eat, it's cooled down and it has this really nice flavor. And that's a salad you can actually keep for a couple of days. You can keep reusing it, so it's really perfect for Thanksgiving or Christmas, or where you have leftovers. So just mixing it. Oh, it's like I wish I could describe the nice wafting garlicky scent. Now, the garlic is going to affect my lungs. Not the garlic, the vinegar, the steamed vinegar. All right, so now it's starting to look good. And if you like, as a little touch at the end, I'm not going to put it on yet. I'll do a final shot, but this is my little Americanization. You put some crispy onions on top as croutons, and that makes a really nice little crunchy kick. All right, so I guess this is the end of my video on how to make a quick side dish with string beans and turn it into a salad. If you're trying out this recipe, please leave a comment. If you have questions, let me know. And I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day.